Interesting. Okay. Hello, everybody. We are talking about why do I even do what I do, and what on earth has doTERRA solved for me. And I'm kind of having one of those days, but I gotta say, sometimes you just need to show up because somebody showed up for me, and I think it's really important. And I'm trying to do a video here on Instagram, and I'm not quite sure how it works at the same time. So I'm also exploring and growing. So bear with me as I do both together. Now, why do I do this? Gosh, how could I not, I think is a better question. When I was introduced to these oils, my son was not well. And with my in-laws around and my husband home, we all saw them make a really positive shift for him. And it was really eye-opening because I thought these things were just pretty smells and good for massage. Oh, I see. So on Instagram, it's all very different. I have a minute. Okay, I'm going to stop doing that. Because I actually really do want to connect with what the heck is this even about. I ended up having a friend who had some severe digestive problems after she gave birth because she had some complications. And I sent her some frankincense to try. And the impact that it had for her life was so powerful to me that I couldn't hang on to these for myself. I had to let people know that this option exists. And I had the house full of chemicals before that. In fact, my mom actually worked in cosmetics, so I had tons of cosmetics, all these little samples, all the girly stuff. I know I don't, look super girly, but it's where I started from. And I just didn't even realize that the air quality in my own home was worse than the quality of the air outside because of the toxins that I was using every day as a part of my norm. So when this lifestyle introduced itself to me with my neighbor and my friend just texted me saying, hey, I think you'd be interested in this, you should talk to your neighbor. I just had no idea what was in store. And then when I learned about it, I was totally overwhelmed. And I had no idea where to start, and there was so much information to figure out and learn. And I just had to pick something to focus on and take a step from there. So I did. And as I started to learn and grow, and then I started to help other people just with the oils themselves, the business opportunity was there, and my family needed it. We were on maternity leave. I had no extra finances. And what I discovered was that the vitamin kit was really quite life-changing for me. For the world's leader in essential oils, the fact that doTERRA #1 seller is this vitamin kit, it's kind of eye-opening. And so there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I had nothing to lose. My friend recommended I try it because I was waking up at night from pain. I was avoiding, we lived in a house, we moved to somewhere without stairs, all these things to try and make things better. I was unsure how I could run after my kids. I just wasn't sure how this all looked long-term. I was a bit nervous. I was supposed to start taking doTERRA from my doctor, and I'm thankful that this showed up right before I started. So I really had a really positive shift that way. And as I started to introduce this to people, I also realized that we could financially heal our lives and those around us. And so I've been obsessed with professional development kind of, I don't know, my whole life. Thankfully, my dad, my mom, I grew up with mindset being important. And although we don't all get it perfect and we're human beings, it's just, I've always known the importance of it and how we create our lives and we take ownership for it. And so what really started to build a fire in me was just, as people use these natural solutions, it helps to raise your wellness capacity and your energy so you're living a better quality of life. But then also, as they look into themselves, you can also start to feel belief that people are capable of taking control of their life and maybe shifting things in a financial way too, or not, or just taking that health, whatever it is, it's raising people up. And that's what I feel like this whole business is about when I look at the executive team and the co-impact sourcing and the global stewardship that is about, how they base their whole business off of. When you purchase an oil, you're helping the farmers directly, and you can see the positive impacts in all these different levels of how this is created. And that matters. I think a lot of us are voting now with value of our dollar versus just a product. We care if there's child labor. We care about that whole process being respectable. So, yeah, I mean, why do I do what I do? Because I am growing into the best version of myself, and I'm helping others do the same, whether through the use of these natural solutions or also through the self-development of growing into your best person, taking ownership for your life, creating your own business, to own time freedom and all of those things. And so, you know, when I look about what doTERRA solved for me, I can look back and see these really big moments where I realized I wasn't valuing my time, and therefore it wasn't showing up to me, and I was having challenges. And some of these awarenesses and flips. My husband is home with us now. He used to travel for 2 weeks at a time or longer. I was like a stay-at-home single mom is what it felt like. And now he's home and fulfilling his own passions and actually following a coffee journey, which is really exciting for him and for us. And it's exciting to see him do something that his heart is calling him towards and has been calling him for years. And then for myself, my kids, I've had this password, a part of my business, Montessori, for all the years that I've had it. And it's because I wanted my kids to go to Montessori school. And some of you may have seen a post I did on my personal page or my excited little squeal video a couple days ago where I shared that our second son got into this really amazing school with my first child. So I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And next year they're both going to be going to what I consider to be one of the best schools available in our area, like 100%. And it's like a home away from home for them. It's really important to me that this be right and to get the best possible. And I've been able to supply that with my husband, been able to create that for them as we've come here, living in Mexico. Like there's so many things that have come into play. And what doTERRA has done for me is it's invited me to be a better person. Gosh, I'm getting emotional. And to believe in the deepest dreams that I had in my heart that I was too scared to ever say. And I hope that no matter what you do in your life, you take the risk to listen and to jump in and to decide that it's worth it and that you're going to find a way. Natural healthcare, since I had these problems when I was a kid, my mom opened up a vitamin store. It opened this whole world of natural living to us, but I hadn't heard of essential oils still. And, you know, I'm just so passionate about making a difference for what life feels like for a person, because things happen and we can have negative experiences, but what we choose to focus on, we can create more of. And so an emotion is a response, and that's fine. It can be short-lived, it can be crying, it can be whatever. But the feeling, the long-term feeling, is what we have the ability to craft and hone and start to choose the response, start to be aware of some of the cycles that aren't serving us. And so I'm so excited to be a part of that path of growth for myself and for others, to create space for others to be able to care for themselves and know that that actually does allow for more care for those around them. That as we serve ourselves, we serve others. And it can come back around the other way as well. And just, I don't know, that life can be fun and joyful, and it doesn't have to look like it's in a square box with a picket fence, that it's okay. So this is, gosh, why I do doTERRA and what it's done for me and my family and those around me. I have over 1,000 people on my team, and I've done meditations where if I close my eyes and look back at all the people who are touched, if I think about this not being in my life, it's shocking. I use it every single day. It's made such a difference in the way that we live our lives, and to think of thousands of people not having this in their life because I wasn't willing to show up is, I don't know, mind-boggling. And I just am so excited for the thousands more that are coming, because people are praying and waiting for me, waiting for you, waiting for us to show up and to be open to this experience and to this kind of healing and this depth of healing within our systems, you know, from within ourselves, and with the use of these natural solutions to help increase and benefit that as well. Okay, I went off on a little tangent here, but I'm excited to share, and I hope that you find something that touches your heart and is inspiring to you. And it would mean the world to me to be able to help you on this path, to help you become your best version of yourself through these natural solutions, simply through listening to your heart and finding your signs. All right. Have a great day. Bye for now.